It's me again. Shh. We don't want to speak too loud. Oh, and apparently I don't want to be too patronising either. Oh dear. That's me told off. And the sing-songy voice too. Oh well, never mind. You can't please everybody all of the time, can you? Right, so yesterday we did the secret slider pocket. If we flip over, we've then got the other side of the music tags that we did. And then on this page here, this is one that we covered right at the beginning of this second signature, which was these little pockets, which we could attach in a couple of different ways, and that's where they go. The next page has got two things on it that we're going to cover. This one I'm not going to cover until tomorrow, and this is the one that I'm going to show you today. Alright, so I'm going to use... Oh, sorry, I better explain it to you first, hadn't I? That might be a help, Carol. Let me just cut this little bit of card up a little bit, so then I can show you. So this one is actually some banners, which acts then as a tuck spot so that you can place something underneath there. But I've done it so that they're also a secret pocket, because we love a pocket. And they've got areas up here where you can actually slide excuse me, you can actually slide a little bit of paper, a little secret letter inside the banner. Okay, so it's a pocket as well, because we love a pocket. Right, I am going to show you using the digital kit from Calico Collage, and this is the page that I've chosen. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half. Yeah, about there. And I'm going to chop off the top edge here. Ooh, didn't do that very well, Carol. Chop that top edge off. There we go. And that top edge there, because that's the area where it didn't print on the paper. But I'm going to leave the rest of the borders in place, because that extra bit of paper will come in handy. Right, so I need to fold this now so that I can form a tube. So I'm going to fold this edge in and this edge in and join it together at the back. Right, now what I need to do is, as I'm doing that, as I'm curving it round, I need to look at the front to kind of guess where I want, which part of the image I want to be. Now I know that I want to use this seeds bit here, so that's another reason for leaving this unprinted edge on here, because I'm going to fold it sort of round about here on the edge. Now you could use your score pal to score the edge if you want. So there we go. So I'm going to have that bit then on the front. So then this side will then need to curl around the back to be able to attach up with that. And I want a nice wide banner. So I'm only going to make sure that it overlaps enough for me to stick it down. Okay, can you see that all right? I could have folded it right the way over here, but then it makes this front bit a lot narrower. Alright, so now I'm going to see about... No, sorry. I'll stick it down in a minute. What I need to look at now is the actual length of the banner. If I just get a bit of paper... Do you know, all this paper I've got, and I can never find the bit that I need. Okay, so with a normal banner, you have a rectangle and you cut a triangle shape out the bottom here. Sorry, that's my computer just switching itself off. And we do that by doing a snip up the middle and then cut from the corner to that snip. And then from this corner up to that middle snip, so that you end up with this pointed edge. Alright, so what we then need to do is look at where you want that pointed banner bit to be. So do you want it down the bottom? Do you want it sort of further up the middle? Do you want it nearer the top? As I said before, I know that I want to include this seeds bit here. So if I have a look at it and do that, so then I would cut my banner and cut the points here, because then I've still got the seeds bit in. I'm cutting off the plums. But I'm going to do it to there. Yeah. Alright. Paper trimmer back. And I'm going to chop off. Do it up there like that. Do that. And do that. Okay. As I say, you can determine the length that you want. It's up to you. Right. What I need to do is find my glue. There. Now, I know that the points that I'm going to make, I'm just going to draw it on the back. I'm going to do fairly shallow points like that. Sorry, can you see that? On the back there. But I need to make sure that this area here is all glued down. Because the last thing we want is to insert something in the pocket at the top and it fall out the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place glue in the middle bit. Oh, hang on. I'm blocked up again. Let me get a pin. There we go. Just unclog me. There we go. It's the only thing with those tubes, if you don't keep them covered up, they can get blocked up quite easily with the dry glue. So I'm just going to put some glue all across that area there, look. Alright. Then I'm going to fold this edge in. And then I'm going to place glue down that long fold. Bring it up so you can see. Turn it that way. So I'll place glue on that middle bit, and I'll place glue along there, and then I'm going to place glue along that bit there. So then when I fold it in, that will stick to this, but this part and this part will also stick to that. Put glue on there. Right, so it now means that I formed a pocket like that, look, but it's all stuck at the bottom, so it's all stuck down there. Right, so whilst that glue is going off, I'll do this one. So it'd be nice to have the lemon, so I'm going to do this one slightly longer. So I'll have a shorter one and a longer one. So, what do we reckon, Carol? Yeah, a bit more. Do that. Yeah, that's all right. And then I'm going to fold that edge in. Ooh, touch skewy for there. And ooh, no, so I want to do that a little bit further. So I want to make sure that I've got that lemon on the front. So they're overlapping at the back there. My lemon's on the front. Okay, can you see I'm overlapping? And then I've got my lemon on the front, so that's fine. And I know that, again, I'll draw this on for you, so that I know that I'm going to do my cut-out triangle there. So I want glue sort of across that area. So I need to make sure that there's glue all across here. So, glue across there. and then hold that edge down, then glue along that long edge, and then glue along this long edge because of the overlap. Fold that over, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. So then I've got my lemon on the front, look. Okay, so I'm going to let that one dry, and I'm going to come back to this one. So I know that I've glued up to about here. Sorry, bring it down a bit. I've glued up to about here. So I'm going to snip up the centre, and then I'm going to cut from the corner across to that centre point there, and then I'm going to cut from this corner across to that centre point there. Oh, not quite caught it. There we go. Okay, so you can see I've cut the points out, and I've now got a pocket that you can only go so far into because all of this is glued together on the inside. Alright, so hopefully this one will have dried enough, and I'll do the same on this one. Again, I know that I've glued this kind of area here, so I don't want to cut that centre bit too far up because I don't want to go past the glue area, and then cut from the corner to that centre point. I need to cut that up a touch more. There we go. And then from there to there. Right. And then I would stick those in my book by placing those two together. Probably that way round. Alright, I'm just going to trim off this top edge because it's just slightly uneven there, so I'm just going to trim that down a bit. Okay, so now those two are done, I sit one on top of the other. I would then stick that to this. Now I actually need to just ink up the edges of this first. Just get me ink. Because once it's stuck down, I can't actually ink it up. And it just helps when you sit the two on top of each other, especially when it's from the same paper pad or paper pack. The colours merge together and you can't see the definition. And the nice thing about the inking of the edges up is that it gives you the definition from one to the other. Right, so we'll add some. Now your banners aren't normally quite this wide. It's only because I've made them into the pocket that I've done them wider so that I can get something of a decent size inside of the pocket. When you're just making an ordinary banner just from a bit of paper, you do them normally a bit narrower. And these are the banners as well that are normally attached to paper clips as the extra embellishments as well. So I'm going to sit that on there so that the two will overlap. Alright, so I'm going to stick that on. And I'm going to line them up at the top so that they've formed a straight edge up here. And then when they've dried together, to be able to attach these to the page, if I flip it over, you would place glue along the top edge and down this long side. Alright, so across the top edge and down the long side on the back. Hang on, I've slid apart a bit. There we go. And then that's what you attach to the page. So then the whole thing becomes a tuck spot here, as well as now being the secret pockets at the top. And because of the width that I've done them, I could actually make little tags to just sit inside. So the top of the tag could just be poking out the top here and here, so that you've got something then to grab hold of to pull it out. Or you could do it without the bit sticking out the top, so that it is a totally secret place. But obviously then you would need to turn your page to be able to get access into that pocket and that pocket, because it's tucked down inside. Right, so if I get my page, and so what I would do is, as I say, put glue across there, down there, and attach it up there. Okay, so that's today's elements. I'll show you the one that I did from the magazine again. So I did an image on this one and some of the text on this one, and then as you can see I attached the flower and a little word banner hanging out from that as well. But at the moment I just want you to make the banner pockets and paper clip them in place, so that they're all ready for gluing in when we put the signatures together. Right, so that's today's, and then tomorrow we'll do the waterfall. Right, see you tomorrow. Bye.